Good afternoon and welcome to the 15th annual commencement ceremony for the California Military Institute. Woo! At this time, I would like to welcome our teacher and commandant, Captain David Sibley, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. During the Pledge of Allegiance and the playing of the National Anthem, military personnel, active duty, retirees, and veterans are authorized to render the appropriate hand salute. Captain Sibley.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of colors. Please place your right hand over your heart as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Please remain standing until the color guard marches off.
We are honored today by your presence and the presence of those sitting here on and around the stage with me. And I would like to take a moment to introduce everyone. From the Paris Union High School District Board of Trustees, Mr. Anthony Stafford, President. Mr. Steve Campos, Member. Mr. David Nellison, Member. I would also like to thank the Paris Union High School District Cabinet members for being here today, starting with our Superintendent, Mr. Grant Bennett. Ms. Candace Rains, Deputy Superintendent of Business Services. Mr. Robert Bruff, Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services. And Mr. Joseph Williams, Executive Director of Technology. I would also like to thank my assistant principals, Dr. Rebecca Beagle and Mr. Miles Henderson, who helped to make this event possible today. Let's give them a round of applause. My dear class of 2023, my Rough Riders, I knew you would be an awesome class when I first met you 5 years ago back in 2018, which was my first year as the CMI principal, and you were back in 8th grade. This class is filled with some amazing, amazing individuals. This class is filled with athletes. We saw first dunk in our gym this year. This class is filled with philosophers, comedians, scholars, people bursting with confidence. Let me just share a couple of quotes from the yearbook that you wrote. Itzel Zamayoa said, "Hey, you can't always get what you want, but I certainly can." Now that's confidence. That's confidence. Nathan Sala said, "Hey, I'm done. I am finally done." Nathan, let me tell you something, my friend. You are done with high school, but there's a lot more to do. You're not done yet. Fatima Zuniga said, "Hey, I've already forgotten everything." Fatima, don't forget to pick up your diploma tomorrow, okay? Catherine Herrera said, you got to listen to this one. Catherine said, "Hey, I feel like the possibility of all these possibilities being possible is just another possibility that can possibly happen." Now that's a philosopher if I ever heard one. And then Angel, you said, "If you ever wonder where I ended up in life, I'm either driving the cop car or in the back." Angel, we all hope you are driving the car. And finally, Jose Hernandez said, "Do not complain about what you didn't get from the work you didn't put in." Now that's some serious advice right there, Jose. That's what I'm talking about. So hard work and dedication, focus, setting and reaching your goals. But I want to make sure you're prepared for what's coming, because sometimes, even with the best laid plans, there are challenges that will occur to us. And what about those? What about the challenges you're going to face for sure? Did we prepare you for that? Are you ready to overcome those? Are you going to allow the challenges to make you stronger? So this year, if you remember, some of us had the incredible privilege to visit Coronado Beach and work out and train with the Navy SEALs. That's right, Navy SEALs. And this story is about one of them. San Diego, Coronado Beach, Navy SEALs training camp. Some of you were at that beach with me, and we tried to go through some of those obstacles. That was tough. This was Hell Week, and you know what Hell Week is. No sleeping, just everything that has to be done, and the instructor was a famous Navy SEAL operator. He was looking at the recruits who were struggling to complete the various exercises. And this instructor was a legend among legends. Amazing diver, an exceptional Navy SEAL operator. Perched on top of a small bluff, he pointed randomly at one of the recruits and called him over. "You, sir, come over here." "Yes, sir." He told him, "You know what to do?" "You know what to do, soldier," said the instructor. "Time for you to become a sugar cookie." "Yes, sir," responded the soldier, who immediately plunged himself. You heard it. You all wore uniforms for many, many years. This soldier plunged himself fully dressed, boots, pants, jacket, hat, into the cold surf of San Diego Bay. He then came out of the surf, completely drenched, proceeded to roll himself in the sand, and completely covering himself. And therefore, we get the name Sugar Cookie. And for good measure, he used his hands and began to throw sand on his head and the rest of his body until he met his instructor's standard of excellence. You see, Sugar Cookie exercise was absolutely hated by every single recruit. The sand would get wedged in all the crevices of your body and would make completing the other exercises of the day absolutely unbearable. Everyone wanted to avoid becoming a sugar cookie. The instructor called the recruit over And then he asked him, "Do you know why I picked you, soldier?" "No, sir," responded the recruit. "Because, son, life is not fair. And the sooner you learn that, the better." You see, the recruits hated this exercise and tried their hardest to please the instructors by finishing all the exercises with the fastest times. You see, they were hoping if they gave it their all and they executed every exercise perfectly, they would be spared the punishment of having to endure becoming a sugar cookie. But instructors knew that this is just not the way life sometimes works out. And missions that they will be sent on, regardless of preparation, will sometimes go bad. Just like in life. And so the mission of your life will at times go bad in spite of preparation and hard work, because life is not fair. And in that moment, you have two choices, my dear cadets. Two choices. Choice number one, feel sorry for yourself. Wonder and ask yourself, why did this happen to me? What did I do to deserve this? Cross your hands, do nothing, because you feel that somehow the world did not treat you right. But then there's choice number two, and I hope you go for that one. You embrace the idea that life is hard and not fair. Challenges come to us all, but you learn to adapt and overcome at CMI and succeed in spite of those challenges. And I hope this is what we taught you. You will refuse to allow hardship of life to define the rest of your life. You will adapt, you will overcome, and you will move forward towards your goals, and you will find success. Now let me finish the story with our Navy SEAL instructor. He was also an avid cyclist. He loved to ride his bicycle along the beach. We drove by that beach, some of us. One morning, as was his custom, he was biking right there on the Coronado base, right next to the ocean. He was biking on the same road that we visited. He was biking so hard and fast and had his head down and did not see another cyclist coming from his left. Bam, the impact was brutal. The other cyclist was able to get up after some time. However, the Navy SEAL instructor, he remained on the ground with significant injuries, which left him paralyzed for the rest of his life. What do you think he did? All those who knew him testified that not once did they ever hear him say that he felt sorry for himself. On the contrary, he went on to dedicate the rest of his life creating events and athletic competitions for the disabled, and spent his life in service to others, which is what we try to teach you at CMI. Class of 23, your time at CMI was filled with challenges, but you, class of 2023, have led that charge and showed all of us that these challenges will not stop you, but strengthen you, because you are Rough Riders. And what do Rough Riders do? Lead the charge. Congratulations to the class of 2023. And at this time, please welcome Mr. Stephen Campos, Paris Union High School District Board Member, who will be our honored guest speakers. Mr. Campos.
Greetings, everyone. I want to thank all staff and every one of you here today who have supported the young men and women who are seated before me. Students, I want to congratulate and thank you for all your hard work during your time at CMI. In case you're wondering, congratulate is congratulate on your graduation, but it's my word for you. At Paris Union, I have learned that there are 3 B's when giving speeches and presentations. Be brief, be brilliant, be seated. I can guarantee 2 of those. I am aware that none of you will remember what I say to you today in 10 years, so I won't say too much and I will keep it brief. I am confident that the staff here at CMI has given you the tools to move on into adulthood with the skills that will be required of you in the workforce. My 2 cents will be to encourage you to work hard and be diligent in everything that you do. Your hard work will always pay off. I can't tell you when or where, but just know that it will. That's the message that all my coaches had in common. Working hard was instilled into my heart and my mind, and so I want to pass it on to you. You are the future leaders in the community, and I look forward to seeing all that you accomplish and hearing about your future successes. May God bless you all, and thank you for your And thank you for your time. Now let's get the celebration started. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Campos. And congratulations to these fine, about to be graduates, especially to their families who have worked so hard for this day. Class of 2023, please join me and give a round of applause to some amazing teachers. You would not be here without them. Let's give them a round of applause. Teachers, please stand up. Teachers, please stand up and be recognized. Classified staff of CMI, guardsmen of CMI. You would not be here without any of them. You may be seated. The class of 2023 is truly unique and inspiring. Student cadets have earned over $500,000 in financial aid through federal Pell Grants, Cal Grant programs. More than 30 are attending University of California, California State University, or other four-year universities. 65% will be attending community college or technical school, and a few have plans to join one of the branches of the United States Armed Forces. The class of 2023 is comprised of 96 student cadets, and of that number, 99% took all the college prep coursework necessary for admission to and had grade point averages that will qualify them for admission. Way to go. Way to go. This is one of our most successful graduating classes ever, the class of 2023. You truly are amazing. And because you're amazing, you should hear from some of your amazing colleagues. At this time, I'd like to introduce Kayla Ramos Bonilla. She is the Salutatorian for the class of 2023. Just make sure you speak to the mic.
Hello, parents, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates, the class of 2023. I'd like to start off by saying congratulations to everyone because we finally made it. It's crazy that 4 years, tons of challenges, and what feels like a million college applications later, we are finally graduating. We've all grown and matured and are no longer those baby-faced freshmen. We are now almost adults, ready to go and make our mark on the world. We will all remember our mornings spent in the field for formation and our afternoons in class with our friends. I know for sure we will all remember and dress doing crazy things during the pep rallies. This is our next chapter, and we're going to make the most out of it because we're all pretty amazing. Taylor Swift once said, "This is the golden age of something good and right and real. This is our time to continue growing and will be our golden age." Thank you to our parents and family, because without you, we quite literally wouldn't be here. You've all dealt with our countless mood swings and sassy attitudes. Although we don't always say it, we do love you. Special thanks to my mom, who's been my bestie since day one. Thank you for always screaming so loud everyone can hear you, and for always indulging in our crazy ideas. I love you. Thank you to our teachers, because you too have suffered alongside us. I know we were a handful, and sometimes it seemed like we didn't care, but I promise you it wasn't personal. We were all just trying to have fun. Thank you for teaching us to always look at the bigger picture and to keep our heads up. I would like to share with you all a quote from Winnie the Pooh. "Doing nothing often leads to the very best of something." This is a quote that got me through times when I felt like I could be doing more, and it serves as a reminder that what we do is enough, what we did was enough, and what we will do is more than enough. Good luck to everyone and your future plans. I know you will all do great. Thank you everyone for all the wisdom, memories, laughs, and jokes. Congratulations to the best graduating class, the CMI class of 2023.
Great job. Let's give her another round of applause. Thank you, Kayla. I'm now proud to welcome our valedictorian, Brianna Marin, to the stage. Brianna, come on up.
Good afternoon, honored guests, esteemed faculty, proud parents and families, and of course, the best class, our class of 2023. Standing before you as a valedictorian is a dream come true for the 10-year-old version of me. I remember the days when we were just kids, optimistic and ambitious towards the future. From the science projects we would remind our moms about the night before they were due, or getting yelled at by Captain Sibley to stay in step for 12 years. So many memories have been made through shared experiences in school. Half of those years for most of us spent here at CMI. But now, as we sit here today at our graduation, we leave the place that became a part of our daily lives. There will be no next year at CMI. Personally, I think this is great news, because after graduating, we are no longer limited to roaming around the familiar halls. After today, a massive door of endless possibilities is open, and we have the potential to decide where our journey, filled with infinite possibilities and boundless potential, is headed. So let's look towards the future ambitiously, as we did when we were just kids. Not because things are only going to get better, but because starting today, we have the chance to make of it what we want. Class of 2023, millions of decisions, struggles, and risks have led to this moment. And as a class of predominantly first-generation minority students, I know for most of us, one of the greatest obstacles that led up to this achievement is one our parents and or grandparents overcame in migrating to this country. They carried the weight of their dreams and the hopes for a better future for us. They have given us the chance to receive an education, to make lasting memories with friends, and to experience the world as kids living in the United States. Their struggles and sacrifices day in and day out have led to this moment. Please give a round of applause for all that they have done for us to sit here today. As we embark on the next chapter of our lives, we carry the lessons, memories, and the profound impact each one of you here today had on us. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything. Para nuestros padres, abuelos y familia, especialmente aquellos que cruzaron fronteras y luchan cada día por nosotros, quiero expresar mi más profundo agradecimiento en español. Gracias por su valentía, sacrificio y amor incondicional. Sus esfuerzos incansables han allanado el camino para que nosotros, sus hijos y hijas, tengamos oportunidades que ustedes soñaron para nosotros. Estamos aquí hoy gracias a su perseverancia y determinación. Les honramos y llevamos sus historias en nuestros corazones mientras nos embarcamos en este nuevo capítulo de nuestras vidas. Les agradecemos desde lo más profundo de nuestra alma. Mil gracias por todo. Now it is our turn to demonstrate our gratitude by continuing forward headstrong, discovering our passions, setting ambitious goals, and embracing the roller coaster of life. Although we feel comfortable at CMI, just like we once felt riding our bikes with training wheels, we are now ready and prepared to let go of high school and work towards greater things. Although it may be difficult to get accustomed to and progress might not be linear, it is time for the training wheels to come off and for the class of 2023 to soar. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Mr. Bennett, it is my distinct honor to certify to you that the student cadets gathered here before you have met the requirements for the graduation as set forth by the Governing Board of the California Military Institute, the Paris Union High School District, and the State of California. Mr. Bennett, I present to you the class of 2023.
Thank you, Dr. Milosavljevic. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I accept your certification of these students. Based upon that certification, I now declare these students as graduates of the California Military Institute of the Paris Union High School District. Class of 2023, congratulations and best of luck.
At this time, I would like to invite Ms. Gail Collins and Ms. Wanda Beniquez Moore, two of our dedicated counselors, to read the names of the graduates. Class, please follow the direction of our avid coordinator, Mr. Valdovinos, and Counselor Martha Valenzuela as you begin moving towards the stage. As they're doing so, I want to say to everybody that this is a time to celebrate. So the usual rules about holding your applause until the end just don't apply here today. Go ahead, celebrate. Just be considerate of others who also want to celebrate their graduate success.
Yeah. To the middle or to the top? To the mic's on. Okay. Ready?
Sergeant Praise Ubatwegwu.
Sergeant Ivy Kayleen Hueso.
Second Lieutenant Christian Talons Reeves.
Second Lieutenant Anthony Penaloza.
Sergeant First Class Isvan Marcial.
Master Sergeant Karina Velasquez Ramirez.
Master Sergeant Karen Moreno Alvarez.
Master Sergeant Kayla Ramos Bonilla.
Master Sergeant Brianna Marin.
Cadet First Class JL Garcia.
Cadet First Class Alberto Poblano.
Sergeant Kenneth Lopez Salado.
Second Lieutenant Josue Barraza.
Sergeant Devin Smith.
Captain Carlos Manuel Santana Ayala.
Captain Jonathan Antonio Zaleta.
Captain Jonathan Gomez.
Second Lieutenant Opie Duarte.
Corporal Gonzalo Fragosa.
Should I say his name again? Should I say his name?
Corporal Gonzalo Fragosa.
Go up to the top of the stairs. Go up. You're not supposed to have that on. Sergeant Christopher Chavez Monroy.
Sergeant Giovanni Gonzalez.
Sergeant Dayanara Gutierrez.
Staff Sergeant Christina Loiza.
Sergeant Peter Millan.
Cadet First Class Priscilla Benavides.
Cadet Corporal Angelica Vasquez.
Cadet First Class Guadalupe Delgadillo.
Sergeant Leslie Gonzalez.
Sergeant Carla Jezebel Avalar Nolasco.
Second Lieutenant Jesus Rayo.
Cadet First Class Eric Hernandez.
Corporal Ivan Vasquez.
Corporal Angel Vallejo.
Sergeant Kylie Alfeld.
Captain Parker Allen Mattison.
Sergeant Amy Manelli Sanchez Osuna. Go ahead. Start walking, Esmeralda.
Corporal Esmeralda Espinoza.
Go ahead. Corporal Belinda Jasmine Flores.
Corporal Ashley Andaya.
Sergeant Jennifer Velasquez.
Corporal Jonathan Altamirano Flores.
Second Lieutenant Juliet Sky Conde.
Corporal Myra Flores.
Corporal Herman Jose Gomez Garcia.
Corporal Itzel Zamayoa.
Sergeant Jaylene Gonzalez.
Thoman McCammon.
Cadet First Class Daniela Thoman McCammon.
Cadet First Class Nicole De La Torre.
Sergeant Cassandra Garcia.
Sergeant Tali Marie Segura.
Cadet First Class Diana Michelle Castaneda.
Corporal Eileen Macias.
Sergeant Angel Elijah Esparza.
Corporal Jesus Adan Sauceda.
Corporal Jose Luis Robles.
Corporal Maria Angel Diaz Neri.
Sergeant Nathan Salas.
Sergeant Angela Gabriela Manzano.
Sergeant Brisela Estevez.
Sergeant Kathy Hernandez.
Sergeant Natalie Ruiz.
Sergeant Jonah Hurtado.
Second Lieutenant Dylan Bach.
Second Lieutenant Naylot Gibson.
Master Sergeant Amanda Abdel Jabbar.
Cadet Sergeant Fatima Zuniga.
Staff Sergeant Fausto Omar Hernandez.
Cadet First Class Derek Gonzalez Rodriguez.
Corporal Abdel Aguilar.
Corporal Roman Scooby Arguelles.
Sergeant Jerry Herrera.
Corporal Diego Sebastian Gonzalez.
Sergeant Natasha Rodriguez.
Corporal Jonathan Martinez Millan.
Corporal Jolene Wynn.
Corporal Daniela Morales.
Major Angel David Garcia Lemus.
Sergeant Diego Castellan.
Second Lieutenant Isaac De Jesus Ramirez Rios.
Sorry. Oh my God, I almost messed up.
Sergeant Jose Hernandez.
Cadet Sergeant Andres Dominguez Orendain.
Sergeant Iram Hernandez.
Sergeant Christian Richardson.
Corporal Mariana Chavez.
Sergeant Catherine Herrera.
Staff Sergeant Samantha Jimenez Nunez.
Sergeant Dominic Jernigan.
Staff Sergeant Eli Matthews.
Sergeant David Barrientos.
Sergeant Ariana Cabada.
Sergeant Priscilla Perez.
You guys look
Cadet Master Sergeant Kayvon Williams.
Sergeant Sarah Patterson.
Master Sergeant Tiffany Abris.
Corporal Jimena Duran.
First Sergeant Tyra Salau.
We stay here.
All right, last student. All right, we're Rough Riders. This is CMI, so we're not done just yet. I want to invite Cadet Major Angel Garcia to the stage so he can issue your last command. Angel, come on up.
The turning of the tassel from the right to the left signifies that you have crossed over from high school into your future. CMI Class of 2023, please stand. Attention! With your right hand, grab your tassel and turn it to the other side. Rough Riders!
Congratulations, class of 2023, you are done!